Hi, so great to have the opportunity to see you again. How are things been since the year that I have not seen you?
Who knows?
I
Rowan,
mean,
why don't you start?
other than the world happening, I think we've been pretty good.
Crazy world, crazy world. But let's we are getting out of this, my friends, and the
Yep.
next time we speak, I promise you, it's going to be in person. Okay?
All
I
right,
hope
I'm
so.
looking forward to it.
I guess
Congratulations.
last time we spoke, we were probably all like, "We'll see you in a couple months. It's gonna be."
Yeah, and you're seeing the exact same background I spoke to last time, so it's all good. Nothing's
Same.
changed on my end, that's for sure. But listen, congratulations, season 2. How exciting. Rowan, let's start with you because I want to know now that you two know each other so well from working together season 1, what did you bring to season 2 that maybe you didn't know about Alexander and used it?
Ooh, I don't know.
Don't make me look bad, man.
No. No, I would say this. My favorite thing about Alex is his he breaks easy. He'll laugh easy.
Oh, yeah.
And so if I'm ever on set and I'm like, I just want to mess with him a bit, I'll do that. So I think this season Alex is really good at improv, and he'll say stuff in scenes that just kill me, and it's something that maybe I can do it, just not to that degree. And so my payback for that is trying to make him laugh whenever I can.
So Alex, okay, now we know your secret weapon. So was that what you used against?
Yeah, no, I tried to be a little more kind of free with what I could say on this season. Improv a little bit more, crack a few more jokes, and kind of like I really wanted to bring my energy like way up to 11 this season. There's a few scenes where Joe is absolutely like, oh my god. So just kind of bringing that whole thing, and a lot of screaming, a lot of running, a lot of yelling, a lot of craziness.
Oh, good. We have to have the craziness. I mean, there's no question. What would the Hardy Boys be without the craziness? Now, Rowan, I want to ask you because just kind of connecting to the question I just asked, in all seriousness, you guys kind of got thrown into this. You became instant siblings, brothers. And to me, when I watched season 1, I thought, wow, that bond felt very real. So now it's like even elevated because you really do know each other. You've worked together so closely as brothers. Tell me a little bit about that bond and how it expands into season 2.
Yeah, I mean, what's really lovely about being as close to Alex as I am is the relationship feels very lived in. So what I'm excited about for season 2 is this level of humor and moments that you could argue are not funny is something that I have with my brothers. Right. Like there's just this thing between brothers, and especially with me and Alex, where making a joke at a dark moment or something like that is just so brotherly. And that's something that in this season I think is what's great about it is you have Frank, who's I don't know how much you've seen, but you have Frank who's dealing with something that's terrifying him, and you have his brother telling him to try and enjoy it. And that's something that I love about the relationship.
Yeah, I think it's just the little moments. It's just the little moments of like banter between them. That's like it's so natural, just because we know each other. We're already we're that close. It's like they're it's also in the serious moments, but I think it really shines in those like we're just talking and like we're just walking to a place and we're talking about whatever. And it's like cracking jokes, just talking, right? And I think it's such a natural thing to do and to get that right.
Right.
Just goes to show.
Yeah, it just feels very real. Alex, I want to know now, especially that the show's been on for a year, people, you have fans, you have social media, people approach you, know you, in the street. What has been a really good, memorable fan moment for you, Alex?
Actually, a few weeks ago, I was on set for something else I'm not going to say. But
you can't do that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But I was there, and this one lady, her son was on set that day, and I was so busy I didn't get a chance to meet him, and it was his birthday, and he was a huge fan. And he just wanted to say hi. And I still feel bad to this day that I didn't get to say hi to him. But then after he left and I had a bit of free time, I sent him a happy birthday video. And then she came back the next day and said like, oh, you watched it in the car. And he was like freaking out. And I'm like, oh, it just warms my heart. I love that so much.
I love that too. It's amazing how you can connect with people like in a really positive way. Rohan, tell me a little bit about your experiences because, you know, we all know like social media can also be a scary place and a bad place. And it must be so wonderful when you get that great feedback from fans who really love what you guys are doing with this show.
Yeah. I mean, what really hits you is like the social media support is always really lovely. And you know, for me, I get messages from families and stuff, but my fondest memory is still in Toronto. We were shooting season 2, and it was on. I was getting breakfast with Kiana and Adam, and this family came by, like with 3 kids, all different ages, and they were like, "Oh, we watch this show every week, and like
Wow.
it's something we do together." And for me, growing up in a family of 5 and 3 boys, anything that would get the family together would mean the world to me. So that was really a special moment. Hearing from anybody on social media, from people in person, that this is something they watch as a family or a weekly ritual is like incredible.
That is the best. I always love that when I could find a show that my sons would watch with me, I'd be like, bonus, you know.
Yeah,
They'll
because well, you'll always remember sitting on the sofa watching a show with your kids or your parents.
100%. Okay, so Alex, I don't want you to give away too much, but you know things never stay boring for the Hardy Boys. So
Yep.
set up season 2 for us because it's interesting. It goes in I think it steps it up a notch. It takes it in kind of a little bit of a different path. So tell us a little bit about that. What fans?
Yeah. Well, okay, it's really interesting actually. Okay, so this takes place around 6 months after season 1, and now the Hardy Boys, you know, they've all evolved. They went through this crazy adventure.
Yeah.
And them and the gang, they're all on kind of a new level. And everybody starts off a certain way. I think everybody is kind of content, but Joe especially is like, I need to do something right now. And so he's like searching for any mystery, like picking up lost dog flyers, right? And then this kid goes missing.
Right.
Oh no. And so Joe jumps on it, right? He jumps, and Frank is happy. He's with Callie. He doesn't care. Oh, whatever, it's fine. But Joe's like, no, this is a mystery. Come on, well, whatever happened to the Hardy Boys, right?
Exactly.
So then they start going on it, and then the eye gets entangled in it, and it just evolves into this huge thing, and it gets so deep, and it matters way more than they initially think. And it gets really cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. Rohan, because it's, you know, deals with some supernatural and stuff, does anything weird happen on set that you guys are like, you know?
Yes, all the time. I had this funny thing with Alex and Jason Stone. He directs. He's our showrunner and director on this season. And I have this weird thing where like we've been doing this for so long that like instead of giving me notes now, he'll just sort of be like, Rohan, you know what and I'm like, yes. And then we just do it. And it's become this like weird brain connection between the 3 of us. We know what we're all thinking without saying anything. So that feels supernatural.
Yeah, it is weird how things like that happen. So just to wrap it up, you know, like I said, let's hope that this series goes on for a million more years. I mean, it potentially could. But you know what, Alex, that's a university. I know you can't tell me, but what has this role done for you with your career? Like, has it opened a lot of doors for you?
I would say it's taught me a lot.
Okay.
Just the sheer amount of stuff that I've learned from being on set for an extended period of time. Not only about acting in general, but also about the technical stuff. I learned how cameras work, how the crew works. I picked up a little things about, you know, writing and directing, which I'm also interested in. Just like the amount of stuff that I've learned from this is amazing to me. And it has affected my career. You know, I've started writing. I would love to direct something one day. These things I feel like wouldn't have even crossed my mind if it weren't for Hardy Boys. Amazing. So yeah, I would say it's affected me a lot.
Good for you. And how about you, Rowan? Like, how have you changed as an actor working on this show?
Entirely. This is like Alex said. The one thing that, aside from being on a TV show and that's great. The technical side that you learn, the discipline that you learn, the appreciation for being at work is a huge thing. And I just feel incredibly lucky. I feel more equipped to do this for the rest of my life than I don't think. Like, if I would have done movies for like the next, 3 years or not done a TV show, I think I would be a completely different actor. This has been the best practice anybody can get. That, and now I have a bunch of people I love that'll hopefully stick around, for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it's like a new family that that you've acquired, both of you. When you get on a set like that, and when you work on a television series, you've got that longer amount of time, I would think. So
it's like summer camp. You go and you see those faces every day for 4 months, and it's all you think about. And then you leave and you miss those people. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's amazing. Listen, you guys are always a delight. I love talking to you. Best of luck with season 2. And like I said, when we get to season 3, we are going out in Toronto and we're going to meet in person, okay?
Yes.
I'm
looking forward to it. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck with the new season. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Okay, you're welcome. Bye-bye.